Again, considering the legacy of Daragang Magayon, how do you see yourself contributing to the well-being and aspirations of future generations in Albay, fostering a sense of continuity and pride?
Good evening, everyone. I can see myself contributing to the legacy of Daragang Magayon through not only being a representative but also a spokesperson, especially to those people who are not neglected and to those issues that are overlooked by many. And I believe that standing here in this stage, I am a woman of purpose and of power, a woman who wants to educate people despite of the challenges and the struggles that they have faced. And I believe that as an Albayana, I am ready to take the universe. Thank you.
So some really exciting news. I have just been crowned the first Miss Universe Philippines Australia, meaning I'm going to be going over to the Philippines next year to compete for Miss Universe Philippines. I am so excited to start this new exciting journey. I can't wait to share as much as I can with you, but stay tuned and watch out.
Once again, we are tagging Bacolod City as the next super city. So what do we have to do as Bacolodnons to embody this super city? Bacolod is known as a super city, and what makes our city a super city is our spirit. The spirit of each and every Bacolodnon, the spirit of resiliency and optimism that gives us the catalyst, or serves as catalyst for us to climb higher, to stand up wiser and bolder each time we fall. And also the same spirit that gives us the power to see the positive part of everything, especially the struggles that we encountered as a city. And if we could learn to share it, to radiate the spirit that resides in us, we can experience and empower the world around us, and we can all become the super people.
First, what's the most important lesson you learned in the past week?
Ooh, the most important lesson I've learned is everything is always worth it and everything happens for a reason. You know, the past week has been incredibly stressful and it has been incredibly filled with a lot of activities and it's been tiring, but I know that overall this journey is going to be worth it and it's going to be worth all the sacrifices, all the lack of sleep, and yeah, all of that. That's what I've learned over the past few days.
If beauty is in the eyes of a beholder, in whose eyes are you beautiful?
I think I'm beautiful in my own eyes and probably also my parents, which might be a little bit biased. And honestly, I think that's all that matters, that I'm beautiful to myself, not only on the outside, but on the inside as a person as well.
If we truly learn from our mistakes, would you advise a young person to keep making them?
I would advise them to keep taking risks, and if mistakes happen, then they happen and that's okay. You'll learn from them anyway.
If you have the power to do one of the following: eliminate poverty and hunger, a government with no graft and corruption, or solve all environmental problems, which would you choose?
I would probably choose to solve all environmental problems, because ultimately if we don't do that, then our world would cease to exist. So for me, that's one of the priorities at the moment.
Lastly, if you were to add to cart one item to buy on Lazada to send to all Filipinas to help inspire them during this time, what would it be and why?
Anything from Lazada. There are so many things on Lazada, it's so incredibly hard to choose one, but if I would have to choose, I would choose a camera of any sort. That's one of my favorite, monetary items. I think being able to capture moments is inspiring in itself, and being able to look back on those moments and learn from them, regardless of if you can remember them, you'll always have the images to remind you of how you felt in that time.
Thank you.
Good evening. My question is personal growth often requires stepping out of one's comfort zone. Can you share an instance where you took a bold step forward, even when it felt intimidating, and the positive outcome that resulted?
To tell you a background about myself, I recently had my father. My father had recently passed away. He was my safe zone. That he is my partner in crime, and he has been someone who is advising me through life lessons. That when when he passed away, I felt like I had to give up everything that I want to pursue in life. But then again, I see the people who wants to support me, the people who wants to push me through my limits and go out to my own safe zone. That is why I am standing here in front of you today, rallying to become your next Miss Baguio. Thank you.
Justin Tara Marie Valencia. Good evening, candidate number 12. I will ask you the question twice, and you have 30 seconds to answer. And your question goes, if you were to translate Baguio's essence into a single word, what word would that be, and how would you infuse that word with meaning during your reign? Again, if you were to translate Baguio's essence into a single word, what would that be, and how would you infuse that word with meaning during your reign?
If I will translate the Baguio essence into a one word, it will be sustaining. Baguio has been champion in sustainability, that I have become an advocate for it myself. Because as your next Miss Baguio, I then will bring change where change is due. Because this can be met by encouraging locals and tourists to work hand in hand in the preservation and protection of Baguio while putting or pushing the urban green space ordinance into a law. Thank you.
Are you ready for your question?
Definitely.
All right, please go choose. Your question is, if you had a remote control for men, what would be your first command? Once again, if you had a remote control for men, what would be your first command?
You know, men in our society are viewed as strongly masculine. If I had a remote control, my first command really is to allow them to be vulnerable, to feel love, to express love rather, to be compassionate and passionate. If we were to celebrate masculinity this way, we can truly move forward as a progressive Filipino society. Daghang salamat.
So here's your question. If you were to create a major headline in Cebu tomorrow that is socially relevant, what would be it and why? Once again, if you were to create a major headline in Cebu tomorrow that is socially relevant, what would it be and why?
If I were to create a headline, it would be Cebu empowering stronger women. Because Cebu is known to be a very open city, and what I love about Cebu is we're very welcoming, and we do love and we empower our women. We build communities for stronger women, and that is future universe that we can share to each other. Daghang salamat kaninyong tanan.
Thank you so much, Cebu City North.
As an Ilongga with heartfelt beauty, what message would you send to the Ilonggas from the past?
Thank you so much for this question. As an Ilongga with a heartfelt beauty, I think one thing that I'm proud of is ever since from the past, we've always kept the spirit of Dinagang. We've always kept the spirit of Pagpalanga. And the food that we had, that we are selected, was a creative city in gastronomy. And this is the reason why this was from our past, that we preserve it and we deliver it to right now. And one thing that I also want to say is, I want women to move forward. Abansi babae. This is something that comes from my heart. I want to empower women. I want to educate and to advocate women from the past and right now, that women can be so much more, that we're capable of so much more. Abansi babae. My name is Alexime Kaimoso Brooks, and my heart will always beat in Iloilo City. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Again, pinapakilala po namin
Hi, Lorraine.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
In 2012, Miss Universe allowed the participation of transgender contestants. In recent years, it allowed women, married women, and mothers remove the height and age limits. Do you think that inclusivity in pageantry gives unfair attention and advantage to those trying to break typical beauty standards?
I believe that no, inclusivity doesn't break any rule in the rules of pageantry and in the rules of beauty, because we are all here to defy beauty standards, and we are all here to showcase the different variations of women. And with that, I would like to leave you with an impactful message tonight: ang kababaihan ay hindi kailanman madidiktahan o malilimitahan ng lipunan. Maraming salamat po.
With the rise of women empowerment movements globally, how do you plan to empower and uplift women in Batangas, ensuring their voices are heard and their rights are protected?
The reason why I am here tonight is because I want to represent every Batangueña at the national stage. And I know that I embody what it's like to be a Batangueña. First, Batangueños are known to be barakos. I know that the Batangueñas are very strong. They have very powerful hearts. But aside from that, they are compassionate. They are willing to help other people and make a change. And to be able to share that to the universe, I will use myself as an image of what it's like to be a true Batangueña. I want to show the universe that we are an embodiment of a true Filipino. We are makajos, makatao, makakalikasan, at higit sa lahat, makabansa. Para sa aking tahanan, ang lalawigan ng Batangas. Thank you.
How do you stay grounded and maintain humility even in the face of success?
Being a Binibining Valencia is really hard. I became the center of criticism as first runner-up being here because our grand winner wasn't able to meet requirements. However, being here made me realize that despite the criticisms, despite the judgments that people throw at me, I will always stay grounded because I have the strength of my family, the strength of my friends, and the support of every Valencianos who loves me dearly. Because I believe that even those hurtful words were thrown at me, I have still and I will be a golden Valenciana who will stand proud and stand tall no matter what failure or no matter what success I endure in life. And that is a lesson that I want to impart on all of you, to become a great example, to not throw hurtful words towards other people, but to become an understanding and more tolerant, humane society, because that's what we deserve. That's the bukidnon that we all deserve. Thank you.
Wonderful words. Personally, how do you distinguish a historian from a marites?
A historian is one who recognizes our painful past with factual evidence, looking back at our rich, vibrant history, and as well at the times when our humanity was trampled on and our heritage was almost erased. If we look at our past, we can surely move onward and upward and rebuild, rise from this pandemic, and dream for a safer, healthier, and happier Philippines.
Hello again.
Hello. I'm so overwhelmed right now, and I'm so thankful with the supporters I have right now. Hello, everyone.
This is it. This is the final question and answer of the night.
Okay.
Here we go. If you had a chance to speak to our national leaders, what pertinent national issue would you address for them to prioritize and take immediate action? Time starts now.
Thank you so much for the question. I believe that if I ever get the chance to speak with the national judges, I believe that I will give them the benefit that everyone should have the courage to show themselves to speak for their rights and to take action, hold accountable for every individuality that they need to do. And as a Cagayanon, I believe that if we're going to empower everyone, then we could win to the national. Thank you.
If you were to create a charity or non-profit organization, what would its mission be, and how would you use your title to garner support for it?
I grew up without having both of my parents, and I know what it feels like to lack the proper nutrition. That is why, if given the chance to make a difference, I would collaborate with the LGU and implement programs which is related to my advocacy, proper child nutrition, and I will name it Feed the Future, because I want to champion for those kids and their future, because I believe that the children is the future of our community and they should not be robbed with the proper pursuit of health and chasing their dreams. Thank you.
Amidst the constant pressure and expectations, how do you effectively handle and manage stress?
Well, as someone who is a product of a broken family, I've gone through many ups and downs, but I learned the power of mindfulness and affirmation. And life includes many challenges. But for me, it's about fostering a mindset that can withstand any storm.
If crowned Miss Kananga, how do you plan to leverage your unique background and experiences to inspire others and drive meaningful change?
Well, as a product of a broken family, I've gone through many difficult experiences. And if I win Miss Universe Philippines Kananga, I will champion resilience and empowerment for broken families. My goal is to support them, nurture their inner strength, and build a supportive community. So let's all turn difficulties into opportunities, for fostering unity and strength.
What message would you like to convey to young girls aspiring to be on the stage that you are on today?
The message that I would like to convey to young girls is to don't stop in believing in yourself. Because I myself, growing up, I've always wanted to become a civil engineer. However, I've experienced discrimination, but it never stopped me to achieve my dreams and goals in life. So as I stand here, I'd like to amplify my voice and my message that we women, we are competent and we are capable. So through this, we could foster a community where everyone's voices will be heard and celebrated.
The recent removal of age limits in the Miss Universe pageant challenges traditional norms. How do you believe this impacts society's perception of what a beauty pageant truly represents? Again, the recent removal of the age limits in the Miss Universe pageant challenges traditional norms. How do you believe this impacts society's perception of what a beauty pageant truly represents?
I really do appreciate the Miss Universe organization in promoting women inclusivity. So as beauty pageants, we are given a platform to inspire positive change. And as a transformational leader, I would use this platform to showcase that we women, we are not only showcasing our beauty, we are using this platform to inspire positive change. And I believe this is our way in proving that each and every one of us has our own qualities, unique qualities. So as Leiteñas and Leiteños, let us continue in showcasing and promoting the beauty of a true Leiteña. Let us remember that as a Leiteña, we are known to have remarkable strength and showcasing it to the universe. Thank you.
In a world where everything is temporary, what is your permanent? Time starts now.
I believe one thing that is permanent is love. Because love conquers everything. If you love something, it pushes you something to do what you love. And if you really want something, you put your mind into it and make a way to achieve it no matter what. Because with determination, commitment, and love, your goals are not only a possibility, but a certainty. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Mario Dumawal, please.
So my question is, what do you think is the most important aspect of pageantry?
Thank you. I believe that the core of beauty pageants is to showcase how you treat other people, how you carry a crown, and it's not just the crown, but the responsibility with it. I believe that the biggest aspect of beauty pageant is the purpose of the beauty queen who's carrying it. I believe that that a queen makes a crown, and I believe that advocacy is really important. I stand here representing the children that I am advocating for ever since I was little, and I stand here because I want them to believe in their dreams, and I want to be an illustration, a representation on what is like conquering the universe and conquering your fears, conquering your dreams. And I believe this is the biggest aspect, and this is the essence and the core of beauty pageants. The beauty queens making a significant impact in our community. And not just our community, it's the children also. Young girls who look up to me, young girls who sees me as their role model. And I believe that by doing this, I am the core of beauty pageants. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Mario and Ms.
Right now, we are celebrating the 94th founding anniversary of Misamis Oriental with activities that attach great importance to its history. As a Misamisnon, what one milestone in the province can you consider to have created an impact on you and which you think has helped shape Misamis Oriental into what it is today?
I believe that one thing which really shaped Misamis Oriental today is embracing and embodying what paglaom sa turismo is. I believe paglaom sa turismo is not just a vision. It is a shared goal where every one of us would really help. Only it is a commitment for us to be able not just to showcase what we have, but also it is a promise to conserve our cultural heritage, to have environmental consciousness, and despite the advancements that we are aiming for, we need to bear in mind that Paglaom meets horizon through its people and through all of us. Thank you and good evening.